What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to something new and something I've been wanting to show off to you guys for quite some time. This is Dreadnought, ladies and gentlemen, and as you see this video, it will have gone into closed beta testing for everyone. Now, I was part of the closed alpha test. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to. Keeping up with large patches and that on my internet is problematic, and also we were under a non-disclosure agreement, so I couldn't show you guys any footage, and yeah, I basically had to prioritize my gaming time for stuff that I could actually show to you guys. So I couldn't show it, couldn't talk about it, but now it is in closed beta as of today, Friday. Anyone can apply. Some of you may have already gotten your codes to get in, and you can also buy your way into it. If we just go here to hero ships, got a plus sign. Yeah, okay, these are the hero ships. I think you can buy this thing, the Morning Star. It was $10. I think it's $9.99, and that will get you access to the closed beta test of Dreadnought. Otherwise, apply and see what you can do. See if you can get lucky and get a code. I'm also trying to see if maybe I can snag some codes to give away. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to be successful with that. But yeah, otherwise, let's quickly go over some of the things in the hangar before we go and take a look at a match that I had a little bit earlier. So, if we go to the hangar, you basically get to use all these trader ships when you start off. You have a destroyer, a dreadnought, a corvette, artillery cruiser, and a tactical cruiser. And basically you lose part of your income, I believe, while you're using these trader ships. But then you can also go to the market and buy your own, which is what we're going to look at here. These are the three ships that I bought myself at the moment, and the gameplay we're going to look at is in the Gora destroyer. So this is kind of like a, I guess you could call it like a medium kind of heavy tank sort of thing. We've been over the classes briefly, as I said, under the trader ships. Each class has three variants at the moment. You have a light version, a heavy version, and a medium version. So the Gora here is the heavy destroyer. The Invictus is actually the light dreadnought. And if we go into market quickly, we can have a look at some of the other ships. Let them all load up. So artillery cruisers, basically sniper. There we go. This is your medium dreadnought. Medium destroyer. I don't like these menus, they're getting in the way. But here, this bad boy, the Monarch, is the heavy dreadnought. And obviously your dreadnoughts are your heavy tanks, if you will, your really big-ass motherfuckers. And even the light dreadnought, the Invictus, is quite slow, so this Monarch is even slower. But then you can also customize all of your ships. So let's just go out into this guy, into the Gora, because this is what we're going to be looking at. And here you can just sort of look around him a bit. Quite a good-looking game. But anyways, here are all your weapons down at the bottom, as well as like crew skills, I guess you could say. And then you can kind of see if you can adjust them. Your primary weapon, ballistic cannons, unfortunately only that option. But your secondaries, you can get flak turrets, rocket turrets, and light particle turrets. Then you get some secondary weapons, I guess you could say. This, I've gone for a heavy nuclear torpedo, Tempest missiles. You can also, you could swap that out for. You can also get a plasma ram and all this stuff, and you obviously unlock that depending on level. As you can see here, to get the light nuclear torpedo salvo, you have to be level 50 or rank 50. I'm currently rank 3. I only started playing this today. I think everyone kind of only started playing today. The people who got like early closed beta access and the alpha testers and that. I think we could only start playing on the Thursday. But everyone else is coming on Friday when you're seeing this. So I've just sort of got into the game briefly, tried it out, but haven't done too much. And then you also, all of these communications, you can get different types of things, customize your ship to sort of how you want. No, not hangar. But anyways, so yeah, that about covers the little sort of main menu area. So I think it's about time we get into battle and I show off a little bit of the actual gameplay of Dreadnought. As I said, we are going to be using the Gora destroyer, and we're going to go and have a fairly enjoyable match. So anyways, let me cut away to the gameplay footage, and I will see you guys in a few moments. Alright, and welcome. This is the sort of start screen where you can choose what ship you want to use, and you can change your mind after every time you die and respawn into the battle, so you don't only have to use one ship. But anyway, so the whole team is now warping into the battle. A little bit stuttery there. I think there's only 3 maps at the moment. 2 of them are like this, where you're sort of fighting down low on just above the planet's surface. There's another map where you are out in space. But as I said, I think there are only 3 at the moment. But anyways, as you can see, the enemy is already opening fire on us. And we can target that guy with our missiles. If you look at the very top, you'll see it says press 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's for your different abilities. 1 is my Tempest missile. 2 is my torpedo salvo. 3 is medium autoguns. And 4 is the energy generator. Now, at this point, I didn't have the nuclear torpedo. And here we go. We're going to fire off a full salvo of the missiles. And look at them. There they go, on their way to their target. We take a little bit of damage from the enemy, but nothing too serious. Damage is on the the left-hand side of the crosshair. The current number that says 45,000, that is our hit points. And here comes some incoming missiles onto our friendly ship. And that wheel you saw me bring up there, that is sort of like your energy reserves and where you want to direct them. If you look on the right-hand side of the crosshair, there's another bar currently sitting at 82, and that is your energy levels. And you can transfer energy to maneuverability, so you go faster, turn faster, climb faster, descend faster, all of that stuff. Or you can send it to weapons to increase your DPM, or alternatively you can send it to shields, which actually puts a shield around your vessel and reduces the amount of damage you take. And you'll see me use that a few times. It doesn't completely mitigate the damage, but it does at least reduce it. We do have a healer on our team who you may have noticed there was a green beam coming in at me, and that is obviously repairing my ship. There we go. I think he's using it on someone else. And right now both teams are being very standoffish, and this is something that I did notice, and it is sometimes a little bit annoying that both teams sort of stay back so much. And in fact, one of the best strategies sometimes, it seems, is just to all camp in one spot as a clump of teammates and just kill the enemy as they come and attack you. But most games it hasn't been like that. There's been a bit of maneuvering and some fighting, and I believe this is a Dreadnought here, this Man of Steel, I think. So we're going to start firing at him. Our missiles are nearly ready. We're getting some hits, and we can fire off another salvo of missiles, and indeed it is a Dreadnought. And there we go. We're going to put up our shields, and that's going to at least reduce the amount of damage we take. And we're now trying to descend behind cover, but unfortunately he has this ability where he can warp, and now he's just going to lay into us. We're going to use our torpedo salvo. He's also put his shields up, and here comes his missile salvo, and this guy played it well. There's just nothing we can do. We're busy reloading our guns, and his missiles are coming in, wrecking us. These Dreadnoughts are very, very dangerous, but they are very slow. But if you get into a situation like that, there's very little you can do. And that was a light Dreadnought, I believe, not even one of the heavy ones. But my teammates are laying into him. Now, as I said in the intro, I didn't get to play during the closed alpha as much as I wanted to, and here we're respawning in. So I'm by no means a pro at this game. I'm very much was relearning it in this match, and this was one of the better matches. And here we're going to put the energy towards our thrusters, and you can immediately see just how much faster the ship is, how much faster it turns, how much faster it ascends and descends and all that stuff. So it's very, very useful, but obviously it does chew through your energy, and when that's gone, you have to wait for it to recharge, which I do believe is the number 4 ability on this vessel. The energy generator will help that recharge faster. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't actually tried it or used it. So now we're just disabling the thrusters. So we're hovering at 47, and that will start to regenerate. There we go. I have found it is generally better to try and stop before it's completely depleted if you get a chance, because you never know when you're going to need to, say, pop shields or something. The smallest, fastest ship in this game is called the Corvette, and it can cloak, and it's actually got some pretty dangerous weaponry on it. And here we arrive at this. I think this is another destroyer. We start laying into him. We're firing our missiles, and we're going to fire torpedoes as well. We can't fire them quite at the same time as we fired the missiles, and we're going to put our shield up there. But as we fired the missiles, the torpedo launcher then also had a very short cooldown. And we're just descending now, trying to get behind cover so we can perhaps live. And you can see, I mean, they pretty much took off half our hit points there. But the good news is your hit points will regenerate. Now, that ship over there, he is using the like plasma plow or something. And basically he will use that to ram an enemy vessel, and it will do massive damage with that sort of plasma plow or whatever the thing's called. and we're going to use thrusters. I did consider switching to shields, but instead I go, let's switch to thrusters, and actually manage to get out of here. And a whole bunch of missiles coming at us. We're trying to see if we can get behind cover, but it looks like they're going to hit, so we pop our shields, and you can see we are taking some damage, but not as much as we would. Some of the other abilities that you can swap out, there are anti-missile systems that you can use. I believe for, and there you can see he's using his plasma plow or whatever it's called again. But on this vessel, we can swap out the medium auto guns for a missile defense system of some form. And there we can see the green beam coming in from behind us from the ally who is healing our ship, which is very nice of him. And we're going to be back at full health very soon. And here's this man of steel again, and we're firing off our missiles at him, and he's jumping, so he's going to be coming somewhere soon. And there he is. Going to fire off our torpedoes now and go to work at him with our main weapons. And you can see we're doing pretty good damage to him, and we get 100 for captain kill, but it was actually Vladislav who got the kill, so I'm not entirely sure how the scoring system and all that works just yet. And now we're going to throw the energy into our thrusters and go and try and harass the enemy. If you look at the bottom right corner, you can see there's two bars, 60 and 45. Those are the team scores. You get 5 points for killing an enemy, and that vessel there is the sort of sniper class. So not very good armor or speed or anything like that, but a very powerful long-range weapon. But yeah, you get 5 points for killing an enemy. First team to 100 wins. This is the team deathmatch. There's also a team elimination, which is more like a World of Tanks, armored warfare kind of setup, where you only get 1 life, and when you're dead, you're dead. I haven't tried that one yet because I generally prefer games where you can respawn, so I can try things and be aggressive and do stupid things and just not have to quit back to the hangar when I get killed. So I fired my torpedoes there, but unfortunately I think the target was destroyed pretty much as I fired, so they sort of did their own thing. And we get a kill there. And now I think we are about to make our presence known to these ships behind us, and they're going to start paying attention. We can fire some more missiles, so we're going to fire those off. I just love some of the animations and like the details on these ships. And now we're taking some big hits, so we're going to activate the shields and try and get out of there. And that's one of the things that makes this game quite unique and interesting, in my opinion, is this whole managing of the energy systems. It reminds me a little bit of Elite Dangerous. Not sure if you've played Elite Dangerous, but there you can also move power between your engine and your weapons and shields and that sort of thing. Not quite as limited as this, because you've obviously got a very limited amount of energy in this game, but it's still reminiscent of it. But anyways, we're desperately trying to hide ourselves from these missiles, but I don't think it's going to work, and our shield goes down and the missiles just come down on top of us, and there's nothing we can do to get out of the way. But if you do notice a few bugs in that, just remember this is the very first closed beta version that is out. I mean, it's literally today, on Friday, is the very first day we can actually start to post videos that they've lifted the non-disclosure agreement. So these are very early days. It's still a lot of fun. I mean, if you look up at the top right at some of those video screens, there's some glitches there. But nothing terribly game-breaking or anything like that at the moment. It's really good fun. It can be a little bit frustrating though, because I don't quite know how the matchmaker decides who goes on what team. Because I have had matches where the enemy team has more experienced players, a lot more than our team, and we just get the floor wiped with us. And here I wasn't sure if these missiles were going to come for me. They turned in at the last second, but we still had enough time to pop our shield and mitigate some of the damage. So we're going to unpop the shield because we can take a few hits, and we'd like to let the batteries recharge. I really should have a look and see what ability number 4 does. And this guy jumps right in, but unfortunately we're ready for him. He's using he's got like a tractor beam ability, and unfortunately we get stuck, and we sort of can't quite get off him right now, and we're going to take some missile hits here, but I think we're going to survive. We pop our shields, but we don't have any available energy. We managed to survive on less than 10,000 hit points, and this guy's not coming around the corner, so we are going to get to hide behind this little bit of cover in front of us and just regenerate our health a little bit before we go and try and fight him. But so far the only ships I've really experimented with have been the Destroyer and the Dreadnought. I haven't played too much with the other ships just yet, but I will get to that in due course, because at least as far as I can tell, there are no more set times anymore in this closed beta when you can play. The server's now on 24 hours a day, I think, but I might be wrong. So anyways, we use our thruster. As you can see, things are really, really close. We have 1 kill more than the enemy. If we get 1 more kill, we win the match. The enemy can get 2 of us before that happens, which is very possible. They will win. So we're attacking the sniper, and you can see him firing and doing some pretty good damage. We use our shield, and I believe that was us who got the kill. So that's it for the gameplay. Alright, so I do hope you guys enjoyed that little look at the gameplay video of Dreadnought. I would like to cover a fair bit of this on my channel going forward. We'll have to see how I can squeeze it in. And I do hope that some of you are now going to go and either buy your way into the closed beta or apply for it and hope for the best. Otherwise, as I said, I'm going to try and get some codes. I can't guarantee anything because obviously my YouTube channel is tiny. But who knows, maybe they'll be generous and give me a few codes or whatever to swing your way. But anyways, that about covers it for my first look at Dreadnought. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing for more Dreadnought, Armored Warfare, and World of Warships. But that about covers it for this video. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.